Enlightenment feels like, that perfection thing. So that's why I say I had a spiritual awakening. I wouldn't say I'm enlightened. But then these are words, of course, so we can play with different definitions. Yeah. What is a spiritual awakening to you? It's almost like rewiring the brain, and I mean the body and the brain, but like a rewiring, so we have the strength to stand for who we are, that new, what we feel is truer version of ourselves, despite the challenges that can be, for example, having distance from friends, right? Because we don't do the same activities, and all of a sudden my friends would think, okay, what happened to Alex? Doesn't come to party anymore. He's become so boring. He's doing this weird thing where he goes meditating, and then my mom might be like, is he in a cult? And maybe my dad's like, oh, well, he was doing these prestigious studies and now he's living in Bali doing some kind of coaching, or I don't understand what he does. And so there's all these challenges that so we need to have that strength. I believe I need to have that strength. Bali community helped me. At some point I feel like I'm getting a little crazy, and I feel if I was staying in an environment that reflected that to me, it would be harder for sure. So I think especially at the beginning, it's like when you have a little seed that's growing, you need to protect it, right? So it starts growing. You can't step on it. Once it's grown into a full tree, then it doesn't need as much protection. And I feel it's been the same with my spiritual awakening, where for some time I needed to protect it. And now I come more to a life where I want to be more open also, where I don't want to be as affected by judgment or criticism, and where also I don't judge others because they drink or they eat meat or they whatever. And so I think it's beautiful once that the routine has taken place and that new identity is stronger, to also go back into the more matrixy world and be there with love and heal this way.
Yeah, because definitely sprouts are very gentle things, right? So you step on it, it's kind of, definitely I understand the protecting aspect. And you do come face to face with a lot of criticism from people who might have known you all your life and who you might still want to have a connection with, but it's sometimes a bit difficult, because if they're always coming towards you with certain criticisms, for example, it's hard to just always face that constantly. So surrounding yourself with like-minded people is very important.
Yeah, often people talk about family. That's often one of the main challenges. There's a saying in spirituality is, if you think you're enlightened, go and spend 2 weeks at your parents'.